Uganda continues to journey towards Uganda Vision 2040, education remains an integral part towards achievement of transformation and sustainability. This is Education Forum and Cheslin Ankunda. I am your host. Today we look into the first-term alignment in terms of academics within primary school, and we'll be taking a visit at Kingsway Primary and Nursery School to understand the different perspectives of how teachers are able to settle in with students right from holidays, right from Christmas, right from elections, and all that has been happening. And we do hope that it is going to be an amazing conversation in terms of what schools are actually doing, what parents are doing, and what students or pupils themselves are able to do. Thank you so much, and we shall be getting to listen in right from the head teacher. And I'm going to be talking to the head teacher of Kingsway Nursery and Primary School. And maybe briefly, what is Kingsway Nursery and Primary School to you?
Kingsway Nursery and Primary School is a private establishments owned by the Mlamula family, which offer the local curriculum. We have the nursery school, the primary school, but also have the high school located in Chitende. We are located 8 kilometers from Kampala city and along Nebareme Mayanja Road, the Kingsway to Nagalabi, and that's where this school derives its name, Kingsway Primary School.
Mr. Agre Kimera, as a head teacher of this school, maybe for how long have you been here?
This is my 7th year.
Oh.
Yeah.
7 years. 7 years is a great achievement.
True, true.
And interacting with students, especially 7 years from, that means you saw a child come in P1.
Yes.
They are now exiting P7.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We are talking about alignment, especially in terms of the academic field. These are young people who have been in holidays. These are young people who have been in Christmas, but also alive to the fact that these are the same young people who are now transitioning back to school.
Yeah.
How does Kingsway ensure that it bridges the gap between Christmas mode, holiday mode, and also back to the academic mode?
Well, thank you. Besides being a head teacher,
yes,
I'm also a parent, and I have children at home, so I'm able to balance the two, to know the side of a parent, to see what children go through, then what the expectations we have this side as a school.
Yes.
Preparation of these children requires, of course, preparing both the teachers and the children that they are going to receive. So our teachers report from Christmas, for the new term, 1 to 2 weeks before the children report. We prepare them. They prepare all the materials they will use to instruct these children. Meanwhile, in about 2 weeks' time, then the other children report. Now, on reporting date, of course, now this is their new home.
Yes.
They're from the other side, and now this is their new home. We, of course, take them through, like day 1, day 2, day 3, we don't concentrate on academic work. Some of these have forgotten even handwriting.
Yeah.
We concentrate on things like handwriting, guidance and counseling, sharing stories with them about the holidays, experiences they had, good and bad. So as we share all those experiences, then as teachers, we are getting the entry point where we can close the gaps that have existed because of that period that they have spent without us. Yeah, so you realize, like today, they are doing their beginning of term exams. We had to use all that time, those 2 weeks, to prepare them, to bring them back into the school mode. Yeah.
Okay. What is it like, especially when these pupils leave their homes and come to school? With Kingsway, is it just going to school, Is it just entering classrooms? What more does Kingway offer, especially when people say that my children are going to school? They might board a bus and come to school, but
Yes.
to Kingsway, is it much more than just boarding a bus and coming to school?
Definitely it is.
Yes.
Every morning, as teachers, we parade ourselves closer to the gate, somewhere around that point. So as children come in, we receive them. Of course, we greet them, usually with hugs, to make them feel welcome. Then, of course, from there, we prepare a number of activities, right from the classroom to outside the classroom. You realize we've designed our timetable in a way that within the week, there are days when we actually, like Monday, Tuesday, and part of Wednesday, we embark on serious academic work. But of course, with breaks within PE, games and sports. But Wednesday afternoon, we don't teach at all. It is full blast games and sports on Wednesday. Then on Friday, we have clubs and societies where we venture into skilling, MDD, football, ballet, public speaking, quite many. So we engage them in a number of activities that will benefit them as children even after school, so that they are able. So I'm trying to say we bring out an all-round learner, so they are able even to rely on those skills after school. So this is their second home, and we're doing all it takes to ensure that our parents get exactly what they expect us to impart in their children.
Interesting. When we were young, we used to sing, especially at this age, in primary, P1, P2, we used to sing, I'll be a doctor, I'll be an engineer, I'll be a lawyer, and all that.
Yes.
And especially when it comes to doctors,
Yes.
when it comes to mathematicians, in P1 you have the 90s, you have the 80s, you're passing.
Yes.
And primary being a nursery bed or a ground into what one has to be in the future. Where do we get the mismatch? Because if we are able to pass these subjects right at this young age, and things seem to continue changing as we grow gradually to P5, P6, or even when we transition to secondary level, is there a mismatch, or is there something that we don't really deal with when it comes to passing on this knowledge and information in classrooms? And also, as Kingsway, how do you deal with such mismatch in terms of students getting knowledge, but also making sure that the knowledge continues, not just primary, even when you get to maybe primary 7, away from the nursery school?
Thank you. First of all, I can talk about our teacher-pupil ratio.
Yes.
Looking at the number of teachers we have vis-a-vis the children, we have one of the best teacher-pupil ratio you can get around Kampala and beyond. So we have a ratio of about 1 teacher to 11, 12 children. In other words, the child has many chances of interacting close with the teacher. Now, with that closeness enables children to interact with teachers, interact with them freely. Therefore, they are able to maybe ask where they have not understood, and therefore the level of mastery will be much more different than schools where you find a child is maybe 10 meters away from the teacher. They might not even get an opportunity to ask them anything in the entire lesson, in the entire day. So there is close interaction between our teachers and children, which increases in the mastery. 2, there is close follow-up on these children from teaching in the classroom. We give them evaluation exercises on what you have taught. We follow them with homework, which we also follow and mark. Then that continuity to BOT exams, like you have seen, they are doing beginning of term exams. We shall do mid-term, shall do spot on. So it's not about just teaching.
Okay, I do understand that you do have a streaming of students.
Yes, we do.
A streaming of students, how is it done, especially in terms of academics progress? But also, is there a manual, is there a follow-up that you do to assess the child's progress, right, from maybe primary until when they proceed? Or is it just that when you do an exam and get a 90, then you qualify to go to the next stage?
What we do, for us, ours, I can call it a hybrid, because we developed it ourselves and it is doing us miracles. Unlike other schools where you find like maybe the first 50 children in one stream, then the next 50 in another, we don't do that. For us, the top 100 are shared. Like number 1 goes to A, number 2 goes to B, number 3 goes to A, number 4 goes to A, in that order. So we are able now to have 2 streams of equability. Now, then the next lot also, maybe from 100 to 150, also distribute them in that order. One goes this stream, another. So we're also able to have 2 other streams with equability. So the beauty in that is that, first of all, with the teachers having these 2 equability, these teachers don't share these streams. There is a group of teachers for handling this stream. There's another group of teachers handling another stream. Now, bearing that in mind that these are children of equability, then this one becomes a family, this one becomes another family, but competing within the academic arena, academic field. So they are able, they do the same, they use the same lesson notes, same schemes of work, they do the same homework, same everything. The only difference is that if I'm teaching the other ones, we could tell, we no longer want the term slow learners, we call them time takers.
Yes.
When you are with the other group, if you teach something and you realize they have not picked it so fast, you can redo that lesson. Even if they don't understand it, you can do it the 3rd time, even the 4th, until you are sure they have mastered it. Whereas this side, if they move faster, then you are able to move to the 2nd phase. So you realize that by the end of the year, yes, these ones finished the curriculum a little earlier, but the other ones have also finally completed maybe a week or 2 after. We have also realized that because you have taken them at their pace, they have been able to master. And in many cases, you realize that some emerge from the other stream you call the time takers, and they are able to defeat these ones, the ones you call faster learners. So the pace is not the same, but we arrive at the same destination. When we are the same, we have covered the same work. So it is a good method. It creates competition both in children and teachers. And for us, it has worked as miracles, and we wouldn't want actually to let it go.
So teacher to learner facilitation is very key in terms of education.
Very important.
But also there are learners who easily understand best from maybe the A students, or those who can ably comprehend things faster than the time takers.
Yes.
Are there moments when the teachers, along with the fast learners, are able to give peer-to-peer academic, maybe mentorship or academic guidance?
Yes. I talked about the other streams, but also within the streams, there are groups. we give group work.
Yes.
And during group work, these children, you can cluster 5 children, and they do the same task. You have another class of 5 children doing the same tasks. So with that, children are able to interact with one another and come up with among them they choose maybe who's the secretary, who's the chairperson of that team. Then they are able to put all their minds on that same piece of work. It promotes teamwork. They are able to learn from one another. But besides that, we also have quiz. We do debate where all these children mix and they are able to interact with one another. I talked about the other side of sports. When they get out, they don't remain in those clusters. Still, they mingle, they share, and they are able to learn from one another. So peer-to-peer is magical, and we also promote it to ensure that what children are unable to pick from their fellow children, from teachers, they can pick them from fellow learners. So I would really highly recommend that system to other schools as well.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. And of course, we have been listening in from the head teacher of Kingsway Nursery and Primary School, who is Mr. Aggrey Kimera, here at the Education Center. And of course, we'll continue to say that 25 years into service, education service, is a great achievement. And we want to appreciate you for the services, the teachers, the parents that you continue to make sure that are in progress for the young people of this country.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome.
Teacher in charge of academics is a very instrumental person within an institution. The roles include supervision, excellency, academics, among others. Now we get to listen into what the deputy head teacher in charge of academics is doing to ensure that the school is actually aligned academically right from the holidays. You're welcome, Mr. Twebembe Edward. Please say hello to the viewers.
Yes, hello viewers. Thank you for hosting me today. And as you've spelled it well, I'm Edward Atwebembe.
Amazing. How many years have you been working at Kingsway?
Yeah, I've worked with Kingsway for now. I'm making the 4th year. Yes.
Interesting. And in the docket as a deputy head teacher in charge of academics, what roles is within your mandate in terms of giving back to Kingsway?
Yeah, the office of deputy teacher in charge of academics entails majorly the academic affairs, but deep inside the docket there is a lot, and part of that is the follow-up of all the programs about academics, including learning of pupils and teaching of teachers, teaching these learners. And then there is another aspect of teacher supervision, which impacts greatly on pupils' academics. Yes.
When you talk about teacher supervision, you remind me of my days back then in primary.
Yes.
Kingsway Primary and Nursery School. What is it, especially in terms of supervision, that does it have maybe like morning preps or evening preps, or is it supervision during class time, or is it supervision even way beyond classes?
Supervision covers a lot, and therefore as long as the school is open, pupils are in the school and teachers are inside the school, supervision starts and ends when the school closes. So you realize that as Kingsway we have, as you said, we have preps both morning and evening, and then we have these normal lessons during the day. However, the morning and evening preps do not cover syllabus. Since Kingsway is both a day and boarding school, we don't want to leave out those who are not in school boarding, and therefore we only cover revision parts when we are in the morning and evening lessons. However, these other lessons during the day, we cover entirely the syllabus, and supervision goes on since from morning up to the evening lessons. So we supervise both morning preps, evening preps, and then the normal lessons.
Interesting. When you talk about supervision generally, how is this supervision done? I remember back then in primary, teachers running after us.
Yes.
How is that supervision done here at Kingsway?
Yeah, it is kind of different to what you saw in primary of running after people.
Yes.
But we have a structure in Kingsway. Under my docket, I have what we can call heads of subjects, which I think you used to call them heads of department.
Yes.
But in my docket, they are called heads of subjects because each one handles a subject. And therefore, in supervision, these ones help me to supervise their individual subjects and then report to me on a periodic kind of arrangement. So we don't run after teachers supervising them, but we use that structure to ascertain whether a teacher has covered his own lesson and whether runners have covered what they are supposed to cover in an individual lesson.
Onto the academic part, transitioning from one class to another class,
Yes.
is it that at Kingsway everyone qualifies to go to the next class after a year, or are there instances and scenarios where some of the students actually have not met the minimum to what qualifies them to the next stage? And how do you deal with such situations?
Yeah, in academics, you realize we have different abilities with different children, and therefore, at the end of the year, performance varies
Yes.
between the high achievers, low achievers, and time takers. So when we are closing the year, after analyzing the results, we engage the teachers and the individual teachers of these learners who have not performed well to the expectation of the promotion. And therefore, these teachers have a clue about how and what made these learners fail to make it. So they first give us their own view about promotion. And therefore, they advise that this one has this weakness, the other one has the other weakness. This one can at least make it if he is promoted, this one may not make it. Then on the giving of reports, still the remaining group, we request parents to come to office. We share about their kids, their children, their strong areas and their weak areas. So the whole process of promotion is done by an extended group of people, not only my office, but it extends to parents. And after that, we make a decision.
On the aspect that you give, you point out the role that parents play. You do also point out the role that the teachers do play in making sure that they understand the actual problem, that actually maybe this student is best advised that they do this class again.
Yes, please.
What do you do? What measures do you do, especially that these are young children? Getting into a class where you have not been means you have a new whole environment of new faces.
Yes.
How do you align the new faces that this individual finds in that class? Because avoid issues of bullying, issues of you have repeated this class and making it look like it is the worst mistake that you have done. What do you do as the DOS in regards to those students that have been promoted to a different class, but then there is that one student who is supposed to repeat that particular class? Is the environment made safe for them?
Yeah, thank you. In a new year like this, like around this time, the first week and the second week, we always group these learners. We have here a system of streaming.
Yes.
And therefore, all these learners that are time takers are grouped together, and then they are given special attention by the teachers to one, to orient them about the new environment, and then two, to make them comfortable in the new classes where they have come. Then the repeaters, still, it is that time that we use to make them comfortable in the classes and try to console them, make sure that if they can work hard, they can make it that year and the following year.
Thank you so much. We've been having Mr. Atwebembere Edward, who is the deputy head teacher in charge of academics, giving us his remarks.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. Now we shall be talking to Nachu Irene, who is the deputy head teacher in charge of general duties. General duties include welfare, general duties include public speaking, general duties include a lot of other things. You're welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Kindly say hello and your names.
Hello, viewers. My name is Nachu Irene. I'm the deputy head teacher in charge of general duties, Kingsway Primary School. I'm glad to be hosted in this session.
How many years have you been here?
I've been here for 25 years since the school's existence. The school started in 2001 to today. I've witnessed whatever has been going on here. Yeah.
Oh, you are a dedicated servant. 25 years since the school started, and you have been here for 25 years. That is very amazing. So when you talk about general duties, what does your role encompass?
Thank you. General duties, it's a post that is broad. It's concerned with the welfare of the children and the staff, girl child, prefectorial body, public speaking, the general sanitation of the school, to mention but a few. Yeah.
Let me get to girl child. I understand the challenges that girls face, especially even at a younger age. Issues of menstruation, issues of growth, physical growth, and some of them, it might make them look uncomfortable. What in your capacity or in your office do you do, especially to make sure that they are safe, but also to encourage them that these are normal things that happen to them? Because if they don't take it in, then some of them end up leaving school and some of them do not even attend classes. So in that docket, particularly within 25 years, how has that journey been like dealing with girl child?
Dealing with girl child, generally, it's not something easy, but manageable. First of all, we've made sure that we bring these girls closer. Closer to all sexes, the male and the female, because it is a mixed school, and also the people that handle them are of all gender. So first of all, we embarked on bringing on the closeness. Secondly, building confidence in them.
Yes.
Self-esteem. In case a child has a problem, speaks out, and we give them also a listening ear. If a child has a problem, you don't rebuke, you find out the root of the problem so that they feel that they are helped, so that they feel that they are with parents, so that they feel that they are with people who care about them. About the menstruation part, especially those experiencing it for the first time, we usually have gender meetings. We meet these children on gender basis. The boys are met by the male staff, the girls are met by the female staff. So when we are in these gender meetings, a lot is discussed, a lot is talked about. So the children get the info that is necessary along those lines. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Confidence building and self-esteem is very key, especially at this age. Maybe your comment on in the terms of maybe welfare in terms of food. How is it like for these students? Yes.
Thank you. About welfare of the students, of the pupils, basically their food, what do we prepare for them, how are they taking it, from where.
Yes.
So all those lines are in welfare. So we ensure that where their meals are prepared is hygienically fine, the people doing it. Where they are having their meals, the DH, the dining, we ensure that the place is clean and what they are going to have. We make sure that, you know, some children, like our school is there on boarding. You find that some children whose first time is in boarding, they are used to fridges at home,
Yes.
fridges that are well stocked. So you find that sometimes there are those with low appetite. So we encourage them to eat mostly the steamed food than the junk food to keep them healthy. Well, what they brought in the suitcase is also necessary, but steamed food first, then the other ones follow. It's what has helped us to have nice-looking children as we've moved around. You can see that.
Maybe the
They are
last
appealing.
question. The last question would be, you talked about prefectorial body.
Yes, please.
I am looking at as a young person in P4. I am looking at a young person in P5. What role does the prefectorial body play in terms of representation of the students, but also relating with the staff and the administration? How does it work there?
Thank you so much. About the prefectorial body, we have different posts.
Yes.
We have different posts from the head prefect to class monitors and monitresses. These prefects, we start from P4, is it? Yeah, P4 to P6. Our elections are always free and fair, both boys and girls. These prefects go down to their fellow learners. They get their problems, their issues, so that we sit with them. We have briefings of prefects every fortnight with the staff, with the prefect's body. So we share. They share with us. We get to know the needs of the learners through the prefects that they elected. Then we work along their areas of interest.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We've been having Irene giving us an introduction into the general duties that do happen in this institution. We hope to listen from you later.
Thank you so much.
As I had highlighted earlier, that we shall be able to get a small interview from the head teacher of Kingsway Nursery School, and that is none other than Nabukenya Ruth. Madam Nabukenya Ruth is right here with me. Maybe also if you could highlight on the ratio of a learner and the teacher within the classrooms.
Yes, the ratio of our learner to teacher, we have 2 teachers in each stream with 25 children per stream.
Yes.
So the ratio is like 1 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 teacher to
yes.
12 pupils.
That's interesting. So how do you then deal with, especially in terms of passing on the knowledge? What procedure, what curriculum, how is the teaching like in these classrooms, especially that this is a young age of students, of pupils that you're talking about. So how is it easy for the teachers to be able to interact with these pupils in those different classrooms?
Okay, thank you. The curriculum we are using in our nursery school is a combination of both the British curriculum and our national curriculum.
Yes.
More especially when it comes to the teaching of reading, we teach reading using the British curriculum. We come up with Jolephonics, which is being used in British, but we brought it in, and it teaches children how to read at an early age. So you end up finding that our children of our nursery school, but before they cross over to the next level in primary one, they live when they can read. They can read the comprehensions, they can read the short stories, they can read the sentences. So by the time they cross over, they are very good in reading. Even the child in baby class can read. So that's, we use both British curriculum and our national curriculum. We merge that too. So, and the teachers in the class are very conversant with it. We always have workshops in here. We get people from international schools. They come and take us through. So the teachers are well conversant with what they are doing in their classes.
Interesting. Then when it comes to the care, I understand the perspective that is there, especially with dealing with a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old. How is it like, especially in terms of behavior, but also making it more safe for them, especially that these are children who are always attached to their parents, and perhaps they have come to school, and you are not their parents. How do you bridge the connection?
Okay, right now, as we are taking on this interview, they have just come from their homes.
Yes.
Especially those who are in baby class. They have just joined us. Some have joined us this week, others joined the last week. But we always have orientation week. In our orientation week, we just give them play materials. They play as they get used to the environment.
Yes.
Now we want to bridge up that gap between home and then school. So we keep, the teachers are so lovely, they keep on carrying them, whoever is crying, you give them the eats on time. They do what they want. And the teachers respect the children's needs. If a child says, I want to take tea, even if it is not yet break time, we allow that teacher to attend to that particular child at that particular time. But after the orientation week, as we start serious teaching, begins in the second week or the third week. This time around, because of long holiday and then elections, and then we are going to start serious teaching in next week. This is the elapse of second week. So they are not yet used, but by the third week, they are now, we try to bridge up that gap. Is already bridged up, and then serious teaching starts.
Oh, okay, you talk about play, and I understand that play and children are like sisters and brothers. Are there co-curricular activities that these young children go through, or how is it like, especially when you talk about play, that makes them comfortable within the area?
When it comes to play, they always go out, like during break time, they go out to play.
Yes.
We always have a timetable. For different classes, go to the play area that you saw the other side.
Yes.
So like we have a timetable. If it is baby class, like on Monday, Tuesday, baby class use the other area. Then the rest come and use this area. When the ones who remain here, we get out to the play materials and they play from in here. Then others use the play area, the other side. Then whichever we teach, whichever subject, we always try to incorporate in play, because these children learn through play.
Yes.
Actually, through play is an avenue of learning to these young children. I can come up with like counting numbers 1 up to 10, then we end up jumping as they skip as they count. They jump up as they count 1, 2, then as they learn how to count those numbers. So play is so crucial in these young children.
Interesting. Thank you so much, and it's been amazing listening from you, and also understanding the importance and the care that Kingsway Nursery School does put into consideration to make sure that these children actually feel school is a home far away from home. And we want to also appreciate the amazing work that you're doing, dealing with our children, but also handling them with care. and making sure that it is an easy step for them to feel comfortable, to learn at the same time, and also grow into becoming better. Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
And now let's get into the conversation, and I am honored to have one of the founding members of Kingsway Primary and Nursery School, as well as a great alumni, but also who is now working in the same institution. I do have Roy Muramura, as well as Bright Muramura, who have been instrumental in this progress of Kingsway. Let me get to you, Roy, first. Maybe first tell us who you are, and then I'll get first to you.
Thank you, Madam Treslin, for this opportunity to be here. My name, as she mentioned, I'm Loy Muramura, the founder member of Kingsway Primary School, together with my husband, Franka Muramura. We started this institution 25 years ago. And by God's grace, we are moving on well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me get to you, Bright. Kindly introduce yourself, and then we get it.
Well, thank you so much, Madam Ankunda. My name is Bwenje Bright Muramura. In this school, I'm the resident director. But more to that, I actually studied here and I completed my PLE in 2004. So I'm an alumni of the school, and this year we're actually celebrating 25 years of excellence, and we're happy about that.
25 years of excellence is what we are talking about. Let me get to you, Madam Roy. Why the name Kingsway in the first place?
It is really a beautiful name, but it has really reason why we called this institution Kingsway Primary and Nursery School. You see this, there is this main road which goes to Entebbe, and that road takes all the kings and brings in all the kings. Then there is another road up behind. That road is used by the Kabaka. So that's where the name came from. And many times you find people want to use it, but for this name, it is Kabaka uses that road for his coronation.
That is interesting and well thought of. And now let's get it into Kingsway, especially nursery and primary school. And the vision of Kingsway 25 years down the road, but also the aspirations and hope that you had. Do you see it being achieved, or is it a journey in progress, or are you still inspired by the same true story, especially in terms of what you hoped that Kingsway Nursery and Primary School would look like 25 years down the road?
It was passion, me and my husband, to have a school. Then we agreed and we started. Along the way, we have educated many. As the bride said, he started from here and he's working from here. And we really have now many people who passed through this school, who are outside doing great things. Doctors, lawyers, they are teachers. There are really many. And once they come back here to see where they started from, that is the joy we receive. So those are the benefits to you know, as you know, to educate those young ones, and they get out when they are good citizens. Those are our really benefits, and we thank really God for that.
We thank God, especially 20 years is not a mean achievement. It's a journey with a lot of lessons learned. Let me get you, Bright. especially as an OB of this same school, 25 years down the road, as someone who sat P7 in 2004, the physical appearance, the knowledge attribution, but also the work experience now, what is it like for you in your perspective?
25 years ago was a different time, and I've seen this school grow from strength to strength because it has not compromised on quality and standards. So we have seen a huge growth in alumni, a huge growth in the quality of the service that we offer, and we make it a point to always do something new every year, to add something, to add a certain development that makes it simpler for the child to learn. And the child is not just learning academically, but they're achieving a holistic kind of education. So that's the kind of transformation at least I've witnessed over the years, especially because I've been in the system as a student, and now I'm in the system as an administrator. So there's a lot that is happening, a lot that has happened, and a lot that we hope to happen in the next maybe 25 years. Yeah.
Interesting. The Ugandan National Primary Curriculum is one that is focusing on offering the best to young pupils in schools. But also we are aware that we are championing towards STEM, which is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. And also the government has passed very many policies in terms of education right from 1997. In your perspective, Madam Roy, do you think that Kingsway is doing a contribution in terms of intertwining or making a connection within the government programs? And then if so, how is it doing it?
Here we are doing a lot. We have other programs, other activities outside the classroom. We do farming, we do poultry, we do co-curricular activities, and those are the skills for the children which will help them in future time. We have incorporated the computer lab where the children go and study at an early age, because now that is the way to go to get those basics. So we are not only in class, but we do all outside activities. As he put it up, that it is holistic. So that's what we do here.
Amazing. Great, maybe to pick you on the same. As a student who has been in the same school, but also as you are as of now, as an administrator, how does that incorporation of maybe computer knowledge, the incorporation of farming, the incorporation of music, dance and drama, as well as sports, how does it influence the kind of nurturing that these young people go through, especially that we are transitioning from a world where it has been more of content-based vis-a-vis the competence-based. So in your line of view, what is it like, especially from a learner's view and experience, to learn or to be part of whatever activities have been mentioned?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. From a learner's view, like I've said, I remember back when I was a student, we used to have what we call project work. And that is, those are assignments that we would do with our own hands. For example, they would tell you to make a pod during the holidays, and you would come back with an actual pod. However rugged it would have been, but at least you would have made it with your own hands. So As Kingsway, we have always followed that kind of pattern.
As Uganda continues to journey towards Uganda Vision 2040, education remains an integral part towards achievement of transformation and sustainability.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Entebbe municipality in Wakiso district lies on the northern shores of Lake Victoria, about 40 kilometers southwest of Kampala. The town hosts Uganda's international airport, yet, despite these opportunities, many households have continued to struggle with low incomes. Through the parish development model, government is channeling